low.
Let's talk Dallas Cowboys, shall we? While the rival Eagles had the best NFL offseason, the Cowboys have had by far the worst so far. Jerry Jones is obviously putting all his eggs in his draft basket, and those eggs he picks tonight had better not turn out to be rotten. Jerry Jones is on the clock. He's on the hot seat. Right now, his roster isn't even a playoff team roster, but he and his scouting staff have drafted very well over the last decade or so, until last year when they went with Michigan's Mozzie Smith in the first round, and he had a shaky rookie season. To me, Jerry had better pick 4 or 5 instant impact rookie starters tonight to resuscitate a team that obviously got embarrassed in its home playoff game, then suffered a mass exodus of free agent losses. So, Michael Irvin, you know this team, you know this owner. What do you want to see from Jerry tonight?
You know, and I'm telling you guys that I spent I had a 2-hour meeting with him the other day, the last 5 hours last week, and talking about everything that's going on. You know, and Jerry, he's a brilliant guy. He's a brilliant guy. But we talked about the draft and what they're looking for right here in the draft. First of all, you guys know, I asked him about the all-in. Jerry's like, all-in, first, our priority are the 3 guys, our main 3 guys, keeping all 3 of those guys on the same team, which is going to be difficult because all 3 of them deserve to be top paid. At least 2 of them deserve to be top paid at their position. You saw what St. Brown just got. You don't think C.D. Lamb's going to want to jump that number?
Why do you say 2? Well, who's the 3rd guy that's not deserving to be paid?
Well, I didn't say nothing.
No, you said 2.
Because Dak Prescott, you know.
So is he one of the 2?
No, Dak Prescott already said he doesn't have to be the highest paid quarterback in the league.
But the other guys got to be
Michael Parsons and C.D. Lamb will not capitulate to him.
Okay.
I guarantee you, because Dak's already got that one big bag. And he's looking on another big bag. And those other guys
you
looking
get him
for
on a
that
Michael
first
Irvin
big bag.
discount is what you're saying.
I'm talking about he's not going to give up a discount.
No, I'm talking about Dak.
Well,
you get Dak on a discount is what you saying.
Well, I don't know if you get Dak on a discount because I don't know if any quarterback contract is really a discount. Okay. It's just would Dak be willing to say, I can let you take a little bit off here because I want you to keep C.D. Lamb over here or keep Michael Parsons. It's going to come down to that. Now, as far as what they do tonight and what they do now, and you said in the run-up, get 4 or 5 players, they're going to get 1 tonight. 1 tonight. Now, through the process of the draft, they need to find at least 3 or 4 players that's going to start right now.
Absolutely.
So they should stay at 24 for you.
But you could stay at 24, but I want the same approach at 24 that you took with Tyler Smith a couple years ago. And I remember it, and I can show you, right? Hit with Will Clay, text with Will Clay this morning, and we talked about it. You know, they feel real good that tonight with that pick, that they'll get somebody that's definitely going to make an impact because you need all 3, the guard, tackle, and the center. You need all 3 positions. And you have the versatility of a Tyler Smith. So now if I find a great guard in here, I can get him and put Tyler Smith at the tackle. If I find a great tackle, I can get him and leave Tyler at the guard and find a center. If I find a center, and I think that's where I'm aiming, because to tell you the truth, man, things haven't been right since Travis Frederick retired, and people don't give centers the importance that they really have, and the great ones, like Philadelphia's about to find out, are very hard to replace.
That's a good point.
You know, they're very hard to replace. It's not just the blocking that they do, it's the calling of the offense and offensive line and the sets that are very important, and understanding those calls. So finding a great center is what I think Dallas need to do more than anything. But they do. Like, that's what Jerry meant when he said a lot of leaves on the tree. They need, the position of need for the Dallas Cowboys, there are a lot of leaves on that tree, a lot of leaves falling off that tree. So at 24, we should be able to get one.
How does a lot of leaves fall on the tree and the draft hasn't even started yet?
Well, you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
There are a lot of offensive linemen in this draft. There are a lot of offensive linemen in this draft, and the Cowboys, you get any one of these good offensive linemen, they can be used. And at this place, this position, I wanted to be the right attitude, not just I'll give up before go. A little bit of talent if you got the right attitude, and that's what they did with Tyler Smith. We need attitude guys with heart, and guys that will not.
You have a name.
So the only individual.
I like the son of Barton.
So the only individual, the only position that y'all need.
Don't tell nobody because the draft hadn't started.
So the only position that y'all need is offensive line.
No. But that's the first position.
That's the first position.
That first position, and then we'll go defensive line.
Oh, okay.
Defensive line, and then it's linebackers.
Okay.
Then it's linebacker. Then we'll look at running back.
Okay.
And pass rush.
So what if?
That's exactly the
So
order.
what if your defensive lineman has a higher grade than your offensive lineman at 24, or your both of them are available?
That is a good question.
That's a great question.
It's a damn great question.
Okay,
That's why I asked you.
That's a great question.
Because you saying you need an offensive line.
Right.
Here's what I would say about the Dallas Cowboys at 24. You are not in the position as a team right now to take the best player available.
You are not.
You are not in that position as a team. Okay?
You have
because
to draft
you need. But you have to draft need, and you got many needs.
Right, and they got many opportunities.
In your grade, on the board, typically, and I've been in many war rooms, typically that grade on that board is going to dictate what position you take in that slot because you have many needs. Your need is just not offensive line.
But you have the versatility of a Tyler Smith. So now I can play with that need a little bit.
You can.
Since I can play with him. Why
you not?
If I need a center, I need a guard. I need a center, I need a guard. Or do I need a center? I need a center and I need a tackle. But I know I have a guard that can play tackle.
You need somebody on the defensive side of the ball, too.
Yeah.
If your defensive lineman has a higher grade.
But the draft is deeper in offensive line, and that's why that's why I'm playing with that more of a defense.
If the draft is deeper in offensive line and you're sitting at 24, you can wait to get an offensive lineman if it's that deep. Why would you reach? Why would you reach? If it's so deep, if it's so deep on the offensive line, you don't need to take him at 24 because you can get a dude at 58.
No, that's not true.
What?
That's not true. They're expecting a lot of linemen to go in the first round in this draft. There's always great drop-off sometimes when you go from the first round to the second round.
You got the 56th pick in the second round.
Yeah.
If you're telling me that you're so deep on the offensive line and that is your priority and your need,
I say
you need picks. Number one, that guy at 24, just because you think you hit on Tyler Smith once, don't mean you're going to hit on him twice. Now you sitting there forcing yourself to draft a guy based on your ability is saying that the draft is deep. Now all of a sudden you taking a guy that you could have got at 56 at 24? That doesn't make any sense.
I know, but if you're sitting on somebody at 24, they're not going to last to 56.
Right.
Yeah, but is that grade? Is that grade? What's that grade though?
Okay, but if you want to trade back 3 or 4 spots, the way they did,
I totally would trade back at 24 if I was there.
All right, that's how they got Micah Parsons.
That's how they got Micah Parsons. Too many needs.
Then you can say that. When you trade back from 28 to 34 and you still be in it. But from 28 to 56, no.
I'm not saying you should sit at 56. You may want to move up from 56 into 39 or something.
But what I'm saying, if you got the right player at 24 and he has the right mentality that you want to bring on that team, then I'm not risking trading down, hoping he's still there.
Y'all got a lot of issues, though, to be honest with you, Michael. You know that, right?
Well,
starting with the 3 that you got to pay. Those are issues that you got to be faced.
And those are the primary issues that we talked about.
But those are different buckets, though. Yeah. Those are different buckets for you, Skip.
Yeah.
Those are our own guy bucket versus draft bucket.
Okay.
And extended free agent bucket that,
I understand.
Post June 1st type guys or guys that's still available.
But one last thing, Skip, before you go, but they are not different buckets because all the money to all of them come out of one bucket. So now I have to play that accordingly. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm separating the money.
Since I know I got to put so much money into those veterans, I know the importance that I got to hit on with these rookies because I need these rookie contracts and I need these guys playing. I can't go out and have to pay some other guy big money to bring them in those positions. That's how the buckets commingle, if you don't mind me sharing that with the good folks.
You go ahead if you choose to do so. Think that the 7 rookies you're gonna draft are gonna be all contributors. You go right ahead.
Well, yeah, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking that they're thinking they have to find, like we talked about, at least 3 or 4 better contributors.
You have to.
Right
you
now.
have to.
Right now.
Right,
because
so,
the number to those top 3 guys are going to get dictated. That's just the reality.
Okay, so Michael mentioned this name out of the side of his mouth. I'm going to mention it out of the front of my mouth. But it's rampantly speculated that Dallas is intrigued with Graham Barton out of Duke.
Don't kill everybody.
Okay,
Skip.
well, okay, but it's out there. Everybody's saying. Okay, so
he going in the 15th slot.
15th, you think so? He might. All right, so everybody I've asked about Graham Barton says he is a pros pro, a technician, 6'5", 313. My only issue with Graham Barton was he's a Nashville kid. Vanderbilt, my school, wanted him badly, and he went away to Duke, and it
better
ticked me
education.
off. Yeah, no, the education to be had was at home. But he wanted to get away from Nashville, so he went to Duke. God bless him. And here's what intrigues me about Graham Barton. He started 3 straight years at left tackle. He wasn't a center. And I don't really understand all of a sudden, because he's kind of T-Rexy, he's got short arms, and so it doesn't translate as well at the NFL level at left tackle because you need longer arms to be able to control the edge rushers. So now, all of a sudden, I guess he's all in on I'll move all the way inside and play center. I don't know. That's a shocking conversion to go from left tackle to center. But that's what he's talking about, and I think that's.
But it also tells you about the versatility and the gift and the talent. Now,
it does,
Skip, and that's what the Cowboys have all loved, and that's what they loved about Tyler Smith, and that's what they want.
Okay, Graham Barton was first-team All-ACC left tackle. So, okay, there you go.
Cowboys, man, y'all get caught up in too much.
I'm going to throw out one more name, and you will appreciate this. I wouldn't mind it if Jerry took Blake Corum in the 2nd round out of Michigan. You know why? Because he reminds me a little bit of somebody you played with, because he's got some Emmitt Smith in him. They are exactly the same size, 5'9", 205. They run the same way with incredible balance and quickness in confined space inside. And all I know is I watched Blake Corum carry Michigan, literally carry Michigan to the national championship. And every time I turned my TV on, people could not get him on the ground. He did not time fast, neither did Emmitt. They're both 4.5-ish, okay?
He's going to the Chargers.
Yeah, boy, they say they're doing everything to get him. And you know what that tells me? You know what that tells me? When a coach comes out like Jim Harbaugh and talking about, man, how badly they want him, it tells you the kind of leader he is. He's like, I need this dude in my locker room to push my message, so when I'm busting everybody's butt, he's the one saying, I'm telling y'all this is going to lead to a championship.
Okay.
That's why he's I like him too. And he looked like that, even in the championship game. He looked like that dude that the whole team looked to. Then he looked like the whole dude. So that would be.
Okay, I see him projected 3rd or 4th round because he ran 5.
Yeah, but that's people that don't know him.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember that. Those are projections. Those are mock drafts. The guy that's sitting in the room in Manhattan Beach, where the headquarters are for the Chargers, he knows him. He recruited him.
No, I got it.
So he's going to believe any more.
You're going to spend a higher pick? You're going to go 2nd round?
Yeah, why not? It's my guy. I'm going to reward you.
Yep. And it's the guy from my locker room.
Yeah, I'm going to reward you all day long.
Okay.
I'm not going to allow you to go to somebody else to screw you up.
I'm just saying, if
based
he's
on
still sitting there at 56 in the 2nd round, I'm all over him. That's just me.
And Coach McCarthy said that too. I want a running back to come out of here and come out of this draft, and if they can get, that would be insane.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't. It's hard for me to look up. The Chargers need a running back. So it's hard for me to look up and see a guy that I just left that's on the board that I know, is going to give me everything I need and I want to pass on him to go get something that I don't know from some other school. It's hard for me to see Coach Harbaugh do that.
Okay. And Michael, the other position is receiver. It's deep loaded with receivers, this draft. Are you interested in another one in the 30th round, somewhere in there?
Oh, yeah, I'm interested. And there's some guys, man, I want a big receiver here, a big guy. I was at Combine with guys like Keon Coleman. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know how far, where he'll go here. I don't know where he's projected to go. But a big guy like that, an area code receiver, that's something the Cowboys haven't had in a while. And what good is that? It's okay when we do get in these shaky moments or you feel like it's a shaky situation, like we saw in that last playoff game where Dak and CD was a little bit off.
They were a little off.
Now you got the big guy.
It was all
and you
win.
start